My name is Rowan Blake. I'm 35, a journeyman electrician with a small crew. I like work boots that fit, quiet after long days, paperbacks I don't mind getting scuffed, and the satisfaction of fixing what's broken. My hobby is restoring old radios in my garage. Simple things. My wife is Sabrina Vale, 32. She runs a luxury events firm called Vale and Verity. She's sharp, beautiful, and very good at turning other people's money into evenings they'll talk about for months. She grew up rich. Old money on one side, tech money on the other, and she lives in that world easily. We've been married 2 years. We share a glass and steel condo with floor-to-ceiling windows and furniture that looks like it was designed to be admired more than used. The view is the best part. The rest feels like I'm staying in a museum after hours. Her friends are exactly who you'd imagine. Harper from a cosmetics fortune, Priya, who sells wellness and clay smoothies, Luca, the real estate heir who calls himself an urban visionary, Jules in fashion, Remy with a trust fund and opinions, Tara married to someone who owns sports teams. They are polite, polished, and always composed. They also have a way of turning suggestions into judgments. It started small. Harper joked I should install her new chandelier since Rowan's great with wires. Luca admired my vintage Timex, my dad's gift, while comparing it to his Rolex. Priya wondered if I'd considered a sleeker truck than my reliable F-150. Remy thought I could use a wardrobe consult. Sabrina would change the subject quickly, which I took for defense. It was really embarrassment. Her parents weren't subtle. Marcella, her mother, liked to say opposites attract, with a smile that stopped just short of her eyes. Her father, Graham, shook my hand like he was evaluating a deal he didn't plan to sign. I told myself it was culture clash. They curate. I fix. They host. I wire. Love is compromise, right? Learn each other's worlds, meet in the middle, build something new. Then came Sabrina's 32nd birthday at Liarden Atrium, the kind of place where the centerpieces have lighting designers and a string quartet plays songs you recognize without naming. 60 guests, champagne towers, photographers catching authentic moments. I stood beside Sabrina, smiling, shaking hands, doing small talk. I was proud of her. She'd built a business that worked. She looked like the room belonged to her. In a way, it did. After the main course, the toasts began. Harper praised Sabrina's brilliance. Priya talked about fearless authenticity. Luca said he loved her commitment to excellence and that she knows what she wants. Tara called it a year of refinement and choosing what she should have. The words were compliments, but the theme felt pointed. Knows what she wants. Refinement. Should have? I noticed the looks exchanged, small and quick. Then Sabrina stood. The room went still. She thanked everyone. She said it had been a year of growth and clarity, of understanding not just what she wanted, but what she deserved. She turned toward me and smiled like a performer ready for the line that lands. I tried new things this year, she said. New flavors, new experiences, different types of people. Laughter rolled through the room. Dating down, she added. It really puts life in perspective. Now I know what I don't want. The silence that followed felt like a drop. Then came sharper laughter, the kind that cuts. The quartet stopped. The photographer kept shooting. I didn't argue. I didn't plead. I didn't make a speech. I slid a $100 bill beside my plate, enough for my meal, drinks, and a generous tip, stood, raised my glass, and said 2 words, to clarity. Then I walked out. The night air felt honest. I drove with the windows down. My phone lit up, calls from Sabrina. Text, babe, I was joking. You know this crowd, don't be dramatic. Answer me, then I'm sorry. Messages from her mother. You embarrassed Sabrina. From her father. Call me! From a friend. She didn't mean it like that. I didn't answer. Sabrina came to my door in her silver dress and knocked, voice small on the intercom. I let the silence sit. She left an hour later. Relief surprised me. Morning brought a new pitch. It was a brand joke. People expect sharp lines from me. I panicked. That last one made no sense. Nothing about her delivery said panic. It said rehearsal. I sat with coffee and thought about the pattern. The upgrade advice. The let Sabrina pay evenings. The office party where her partner congratulated me for making it out of the trades by marrying up. The Napa trip where she offered, in front of everyone, to cover my share, if you can't swing it. The way I'd gone from my husband Rowan to the guy standing next to Sabrina in photos. One incident is nothing. A line of them is a map. That evening, she came back, out of the dress and out of public face. A wool coat, no makeup. She looked smaller. "I'm sorry," she said. "I was cruel." "Yes," I said. "Can we talk?" "Before last night," I asked, "did you ever think of me as dating down?" She paused 3 seconds, enough to answer without words, then said, "I thought we come from different worlds." "That's a ranking," I said. "Different, but yours above mine." "It changed," she said quickly. "I fell in love with you. Maybe. But last night you needed the room to know you know better." She offered fixes like slides in a deck. Cut those friends out. A public apology. Couples therapy. A meeting with her brand manager to reframe the narrative. I laughed at that last part. "Respect first," I said. "Narrative later. I'm not your proper lesson. If you want me, defend me in the moment. Otherwise, you want the image of a man like me, not me." She cried. I didn't. We agreed to separate finances, pause public appearances, and take space. A week of quiet followed. Fewer messages. No drop-ins. Then an email from her work account. A donation receipt, $5,000 to the Metropolitan Trade Scholarship Fund in my name. Beneath it, screenshots of private apology notes she'd sent to every guest. No social posts, no brand language, no self-congratulations. Just, "I was wrong. I hurt my husband. It won't happen again." Her mother texted once, "I hope you're satisfied with the disruption you've caused." Her father sent nothing. Harper wrote, "I'm sorry. I should have said something in the moment. You didn't deserve that." It wasn't much, but it was human. I ate lunch with my crew at a diner with cracked vinyl booths and real mugs. Mac clapped my shoulder. "You left with dignity," he said. "We talked about a commercial job we'd landed, maybe hiring an apprentice, whether the Phillies would break our hearts again." The conversation was normal. It felt like oxygen. I slept through the night for the first time in months. I looked at bigger shop space. I ran in the mornings. I cooked for one and turned my phone off at dinner. The quiet made room for my own thoughts. Maybe we would try to rebuild. Maybe we wouldn't. If we did, it would be with proof, not promises. Defend each other out loud, not clean up afterward. If we didn't, I'd still have my life back and the part of myself I'd been shrinking to fit her world. A few days later, we met in a park near her office. No audience. No photographer. "I sent the letters," she said. "I didn't post. I didn't ask for forgiveness publicly because that would have been more performance. I'm trying to listen." "I saw," I said. "I don't want to lose you," she said. "I also see how much you were always translating for me." "How much you swallowed." "I stopped doing that," I said. "I won't start again." "What would trying look like?" she asked. "It looks like this," I said. "If someone takes a shot at me, you say, 'Not him.' Not with me here. You stop the upgrade talk. You split rooms when you need to, and I do the same for you. We keep our money and names separate until trust returns. No more testing me in public to send a signal to your circle. And if you slip, you own it in the moment." She nodded. "I can do those." "You can try," I said. "Trying means doing it when it's inconvenient." We stood there a while. City traffic, dogs. A runner went by in a bright jacket. "Why the $100? She asked softly. "It wasn't about the bill," I said. "It was a receipt for self-respect." She looked away. "I wish I'd stood up and said, 'That was wrong.'" "I wish you had too," I said. "But wishes are cheap." We walked to opposite corners of the park. She texted later that night, "No posts, no spin. I'll let the letters be the only record." I replied, "Good." Life slowed down and made sense. Without the calendar blocks and the performance, I heard the simple rhythm of my days again. Jobs with right answers. Radios that came back to life with steady hands. Price quotes and parts lists. Calls to clients who cared that I showed up and did what I said I'd do. Maybe we meet halfway in a place that isn't hers or mine. Maybe we don't. Either way, I won't buy a seat at a table that charges me to be humiliated. That night at Yarden Atrium, when I set down a crisp bill and walked out, I wasn't making a scene. I was making a line. On one side, tolerance that looks like love. On the other, respect. If someone toasts clarity in my presence again, I want it to mean we protected each other before the laughter started, before the cameras clicked, before the bill came. If that's not possible, I'll still know I told the truth, kept my center, and chose a life I recognize when I wake up in the morning. That's enough. And it's mine.